So after watching that Nintendo Direct, it's definitely been really interesting. I was honestly really excited for so many things. There was definitely a lot of things that was great. There was definitely a lot of things that made you scratch your head and wonder, is this all Monster Hunter or something? And then there was other things that was like, this is definitely really cool. But then, when you look at it, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, did you also notice one other thing that was missing in this Direct? Well, besides a lot of games that we've predicted, there was leaks, there was rumors, there was information about previously, the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda series was nowhere to be seen. Now, no, I'm not talking about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Yes, that would be considered to be the 40th anniversary, but really when you look at it, it's not the 40th anniversary because they didn't mention a single thing about it. In this video, we'll be discussing everything that we could see for the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda and why is it missing. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so now when I really look at this, I don't want to come across like, oh, I need more games. What we got wasn't enough. My goodness, Ocarina of Time, that's no good. No, I think Ocarina of Time is definitely plenty. I just find it very, very strange and very, very weird that Nintendo decided, you know what? 40th anniversary, we don't need it. I don't think that they completely forgot. I don't think that they're not going to be doing a single thing. They probably just wanted to get a whole bunch of things off their plates and to make satisfaction with investors. Because you could say that Ocarina of Time was that big game that everybody could look out to and say, yeah, I'm really excited to finally go out and play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Exactly. I think that this is what they did. So, in September, when that rolls around, when it's officially the end of the 40th anniversary of Mario, they're going to do something for Zelda. They're actually going to announce, oh yes, thank you so much for being with us for this many years with every single game from the first Legend of Zelda game to the current Zelda game, which is Tears of the Kingdom, and then they're going to show off other things. Maybe they didn't just have those games ready. They only had Ocarina of Time ready and they were like, maybe we should just announce it. Just show enough to the players, to the consumer, to the investors that the game exists, the game is real, and also just a little bit that, hey, this is the opening scene. Look how good the game looks. And then in September, when that rolls around, because this is going to be a 2026 game, they're going to announce more and more, like gameplay, maybe of Hyrule Kingdom, maybe of the forest, maybe of other things, other regions from Ocarina of Time, and what was changed. That's exactly where I think that they're going with the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. So this time, for this Direct, they didn't want to announce anything for Zelda, they just wanted to announce Ocarina of Time, and then they're going to be making another Direct, another presentation that is going to be all Legend of Zelda, because for one of them, they're going to announce the movie, the Legend of Zelda movie, that is going to share like a trailer, maybe Hyrule Castle, maybe it's going to be the Korok Forest, or something like that. They're going to announce that, and then they're going to share more gameplay on Ocarina of Time, which is definitely going to be fantastic. It's going to share everything that's new with the game, and then we can actually see maybe our beloved remasters and remakes, because for those of you who are stuck on the Nintendo Switch 1 and maybe don't want to upgrade to a Switch 2, or you just don't know, you're not sure if you should pick up a Switch 2 or not, well then you would get Ocarina of Time, or you would get Wind Waker, you would get Twilight Princess, and it would be all really, really happy for you. Overall, this is exactly where I think the 40th anniversary has gone. It didn't disappear. Nintendo did not forget about it. Let's put that clear. If Nintendo forgot about the 40th anniversary, well then they forgot about a lot of things. Because if you look at it, there's only 3 games of Nintendo that really are system sellers, that really do deserve to get their anniversary celebrated. There's really only 3. Now there's definitely a lot more that deserve to get their anniversary celebrated, but when you look at Nintendo, these 3 games make Nintendo. I call it the Triforce of Nintendo. You got Zelda, you got Mario, and you got Pokemon. Those are the 3 games that you look at and you're like, yeah, for sure, there's going to be something special every single year. We already got Pokemon, we already got Mario, and now it's time for The Legend of Zelda. Not June, apparently. Usually it's always in June, but like I said, this is probably exactly what Nintendo is doing. So you don't have to worry about anything. We're going to be getting another Direct at some point pretty soon. It could be July Probably not though. I'm just thinking September. That's when the end of the 40th anniversary of Mario is and the start of something new. And then when we're closer to the release date, the actual release date, because right now I'm going to tell you Ocarina of Time is most likely going to be releasing like October. Yeah, but overall, for this September Presents, or for sometime when we get Legend of Zelda Presents, because that's exactly where I think the Legend of Zelda game is going, you're probably going to need to know even more. Is this game going to be voice acted? Is all of the game look like this? Or is it just a rendered cutscene that looked like how Link was looking like when he was lying down in bed? Or does it look completely different? Who knows? We don't really know what's going on here. Is there going to be a special 40th anniversary Nintendo Switch 2? Because after all, that was a giant rumor for the longest time. Ocarina of Time is true, so what says that a Nintendo Switch 2 of Zelda doesn't exist? I overall think that this is really interesting and exciting. So if you recap, or a pretty good recap, you'll realize that this would make a pretty good, like, 20-minute direct. A 20-minute presents if you want. Or it could even make 30 minutes, because, for a good recap, you got The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. You're going to most likely see more gameplay and stuff. This was just to get investors happy and to get their stock back up. So then you're also going to be seeing something about the movie. You might be seeing Nintendo Switch games like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD. And then you'll also be seeing something for Nintendo Switch Online. That is something that has been rumored and leaked for a while. So it's probably going to be like something like Four Sword Adventures. Unless that could be Twilight Princess. That means the HD version is not coming out. But I think that honestly they're going to be making a double pack for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Just in case if you've been really wanting those. I don't think hope is completely lost. Hope is completely gone down the gutter, down the drain. So yeah, definitely really cool. Then there's going to be the whole like Zelda, every single game and all of that stuff like they did with the 30th anniversary and they did with Mario. So every single game is going to have like sort of a little recap. That'll be about 5 minutes. Overall, it's definitely going to be a stacked presents, and yeah, so you don't have to worry that, oh, the 40th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series is completely down the drain, completely in the gutter. No, it's coming. They just decided to do that because they probably had a little bit going. They wanted to get like everyone's expectations up high, waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2 to get unveiled, to get even greater, to get, you know, get super happy and excited about it. So overall, what were your thoughts about The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? What were your thoughts about the Nintendo Direct? Did you think that it was good, or do you think that Ocarina of Time carried the cake? Do you think that there's other games, third-party games, that you would have loved to see, or even more Nintendo games that you would have loved to see? Yes, we're probably going to be getting a whole lot of other things, and also the September Direct is going to be coming out, most likely. We'd most likely see 3D Mario in that one, I'm just saying, and then a special Zelda 40th Anniversary Celebration, just single. Overall, let me know in the comments section down below what your thoughts on all of this. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.